Hello, NWI and beyond. Welcome to this live impromptu issue of Blue by the Lake, the show that explores region life by Blue Lynn. Say hi to my dad. We are here at Lake Michigan because I brought my dog. And I thought I would actually prove for once that, yes, indeed, I do go to the lake quite frequently in the winter and the summer and the spring and all those good things. And I would show you a picture of it, but right now I cannot because my dog is doing things you don't want to see on a live video. So we're going to let her finish it up, and then I'm going to get my face out of here and let you guys see the wonders that we have here in Northwest Indiana. You guys ready? Okay. Aha! Here we are. Here we are at my favorite beach. This has been our home beach for years. We are in Marquette Park in Gary. It is one of the most beautiful beaches, very underrated. And I don't know if you guys can see it. See if I can zoom in. No, I won't let me do that. Not right now. If you can see a little smudge on the horizon, so you can see it here a lot more clearly, that is Chicago. Hi, Chicago. Much as we love Chicago, those poor fools don't quite understand how amazing the dunes are. And anyhow, we love you, but come on out here more often. It's amazing. Okay, so here is our ice shelf. It is like an Arctic tundra of gorgeousness. And here is a pro tip. If you are a dog owner like me and you are bringing your pup to the lake, do not, under any circumstances, let them wander deep out into the ice shelf because it can crack and then they can get stuck under the water. They can be very fragile. They're not safe to clamber upon, though they look like they are not. So the beach during the winter is one of the most underrated treasures. It's a perfect time to go. For A, because you can let your dog off the leash, and B, because it's just like such a different place. It's like a lunar landscape. And it's just amazing. So here's some of the bits of the region life for those viewers of mine that do not live up here. This is part of what makes the dunes so unique, is that they are encapsulated by industry. And there's a lot of people that feel that the Indiana Dunes don't belong as a national park because of the fact, I mean, there's more industry over there, that we are so surrounded by an industrial landscape. The dunes are, for those of you who don't know, the dunes are a patchwork of lands that were sort of pulled back from industrial areas. Or bowed out piecemeal as they could by environmentalists and local activists and over the century, because people wanted to protect this land that had been and was in the process of being developed. And what makes them so interesting is, like, you'll drive and then you'll hit a town and there'll be houses, and then you're still in a national park, but people live there. And then you drive and there's like this amazing beach that feels like you are standing on Cape Cod. And then you drive and then you hit an oil refinery, and then you drive and you hit another town, and then you hit like a wildlife refuge that is a major coastal migratory path. Zelda, careful, bop up, not too far. It's fascinating to me how that works, because to me, it makes the lived in factor of them is what makes them fascinating, because these are the steel mills that built America. And that's something that the people in this region are very proud of, and I'm proud of it. And at the same time, these dunes are one of the most unique ecosystems in the world. And it is certainly one of the most unique ecosystems in the national park system. And it is one of the most accessible national parks. So that's my spiel about how amazing the Indiana Dunes are. We love them like the treasure they are. We care for them like the treasure they are. And everyone should. So that ends this very special episode of Bluer by the Lake, except for my pup. Zelda! Say hi to everybody. Oh, off she goes. Zelda. Yeah. Say goodbye. All right. You guys, we finally met at the lake. Oh, let me flip this around. Okay. So, guys, we all finally met at the lake. Thank you for joining me here. I will try to do this again every time I come. In the meantime, I know there has been a lot of horrible things happening in the world. I'm not even going to talk about it right now because, frankly, I don't want to. I want to sit here and enjoy the beauty, but I have some very exciting things coming up. I'm joining this is one exciting thing we can talk about. I'm joining the Progressive Indiana Network. I'm ecstatic about that. It's a super exciting network of really blue focused content creators. There's ones like me and the whole spectrum. And where there's people like me that live in Lake County or that live in, Democratic areas, and maybe we're a little less with our progressivism. And then there's people that are like, let's just do it all over again. Every kind of perspective is available here. And that's fascinating because we are really, for my purposes in this collective of really smart people, I'm trying to find ways to make it possible for progressives and moderates to find the places where they meet, which is basically most places. Everything that I've been doing tells me that progressives and moderates really want the same thing. And I want to start those conversations because we do not need to be fighting amongst ourselves. And fighting amongst ourselves is silly because there's really not anything anybody truly wants to fight about. We don't. We all want the same stuff. We want to have health care that we don't have to give up our kidneys to get. We want a state where our kids can actually live here and stay here and like living here and staying here. We want our utility rates to not triple so that data centers can give us 50 jobs. I mean, we want land that in our communities that's used for us and our purposes and thought put to it. We really don't want to get involved in foreign wars that with countries that don't post us any threat. I'm sorry I had to, guys. I didn't really want to go there, but Jesus H. Christ. Really? Really? Like, come on now. No. Okay, another day's conversation. But keep posted. We're so excited about it. It's going to be amazing. Lots of collabs. I can't believe I said the word collab, but I did. I said the word collab. And in fact, one of my first collabs is with one of one of the new members of the Progressive Indiana Network. And it's going to be oh shit, where's she going? Zelda! No! Pop up! Come on back. Hold on, you guys got to see this. She runs like a deer. It's ridiculous. Woo! That's my girl. Yeah. Okay. So anyway, one of my first collabs is with Kurt, who's your Blue 63, and it's interesting. We start really because Kurt and I had a fun meet cute fighting about what progressivism is and isn't, and we got into such fascinating conversations that we're like, let's get this on the air. So we did, and that'll be an upcoming episode. And I'm going to be doing a lot more. I'm going to be covering some data centers. I have a series in plan for that. I'm going to be playing life with candidates and all kinds of good stuff. So um, fear not, friends. We're on it. Nobody is letting the state of the world stay in the state of the world. Gen X is on it. Gen Z is on it. Gen Y is on it. The boomers are on it. We have got an entire nation radicalized across every economic spectrum, across every age spectrum, across every cohort. And all this stuff about us fighting, it's just not true. We're on it. We're doing it. So, all right, Zelda, come tell everybody goodbye for real now. Ready? Say, bye.